Members of the chess club held a bake sale to raise money. Cupcake and cookies were sold. Ahora, vamos a just draw a little cupcake aquí. Aquí tenemos un cupcake. Aquí tenemos un cookie. Cupcakes, once again, a little cupcake right here. Cookies right here. Were sold for $1. Make sure you remember this. It's important. And cookies were sold for 50 cents. And that sounds kind of fair considering what they are. The members sold a total of 288 items. So 280 items is the total. Of the items sold, 2/3 were cupcakes. 2/3 were cupcakes. And the remaining items were cookies. The rest were cookies. If 2/3 is my fraction for the cupcakes, what's my fraction for the cookies? Correct, 1/3, because together they make one whole. So that means 1/3 of the items were cookies. Cookies, 1/3 of 288 were the amount of cookies sold. So what's 1/3 of 288? What can we do right away? Well, I could just put a 1 over it, or we can divide it right away, but it's the same thing, and you'll see right now. What's 1 times 288? 288. What's 3 times 1? 3. So yeah, we're still going to divide. There's no avoiding that. How many times can 3 go into 28? Good. What's 3 times 9? 27. Then you subtract. You bring the 8 down. 3 times what will give you 18? 6. That means 96 cookies were sold. Con ganas. But remember, how much money did the chess club members raise from the cookies that were sold? That's what they're looking for. So how much money, not the cookies sold, how much money? Ahora, one way you can do to find them is you can multiply by the money, right, which is 0.5 or 0.50, it's the same thing. Or, since 50 cents is half of the dollar, you can divide 96 by 2. Now the choice is going to be yours. What's 6 times 5? 30. What's 9 times 5? Plus 3? 48. Now, is 480 my answer? No. Why not? Because I have one decimal, so my answer is 48. 2 times 4 is 8. You subtract. 2 times what gives you 16? 8. So yeah, we get the same thing if we did one or the other. It's fine. My answer is C. Perfecto. Awesome. Now let's move on to number 8. It's going to be pretty.
Now, number 8. Marco has rolled 2 number cubes. Voy a dibujar aquí dos cubos. I'm going to draw 2 cubes just so you can see the difference between them and that we actually have 2, not just 1. 2 number cubes. Got it. Ya lo dibujé. Already drew. The faces of each number cube are numbered from 1 to 6. A regular dice, basically. A regular dice. Marco rolled the number cubes and recorded the numbers showing on the top face of each number cube. So you roll the dice and you're waiting what you got. The top face is what you get. Roll the dice. The results are shown in the table. So this is the dice number 1, dice number 2. He's rolling 2 dice. This is just 1 throw, 2 throws, 3 throws. How many throws? Well, let's read it first. Based on these results, what is the experimental probability? Híjole. It's been a while since we've done this. Experimental probability. That the next time the number cubes are rolled, they will land with a 2 showing on the top face of one number, with a 2 showing, with a 2 of one number cube, and a 4 showing on the top of the other number cube. Okay. Basically, what it's asking is how many have a 2 and a 4? How many rolls did we get 2 and 4? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 6 of them. Tenemos 6. 6 que tiene 2 y 4. We have 6 of them that have 2 and 4. 6 out of how many? How many do we have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me do the laser that way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we have 6 out of 20. Is that number right here? 6 out of 20. Now what we want is a 2 and a 4, and this is the total. That's what we're focusing on. That's our part. Ahora, part over total, as always. But in this case, it's just a fraction, no percentage, which is pretty cool. Right away. Ahora, what can I simplify by? What can I divide by? 2. What's 6 divided by 2? What's 20 divided by 2? So what's my answer? Ahora, now you have your answer, and that's good. But what I want to go over is this: experimental, and my other one is theoretical probability. Theoretical, I'm going to use a coin. And let's say this is the head. Okay. Now, what's the probability if you have 2 coins? What's the probability that it lands? If you flip 2 coins, theoretically, you should get 1 for tails and 1 for heads. But can you get 2 heads if you did 2 throws? Can you get 2 tails by any chance? Yes. Theoretically, we should get 1 tails and 1 heads. But experimentally, we can get 2 tails, we can get 2 heads if we did just 2 throws. Or we could get 1 tail and 1 head. Experimental is what you actually get. Theoretical is what it should be, according to statistics 1 and 1, half and half. Experimental is what you actually get. So what we actually got was 6 out of 20, and then we just reduced it, which is 3 out of 10. And that was it. Now, number 9. Ahora, 2 congruent squares and a parallelogram were used to form the figure shown. This is your square right here. This is the parallelogram. And this is the other square. Ahora, what is the area of the figure in square meters? So when they want the area for this figure, there should not a single formula for something looking like this. But there's 3 little formulas, or actually 2. Now you're going to use to find the area of each one, and then to find the area of everything, we just add them. Ahora, what's the formula we're going to use for area of a square? A equals S squared. So just to make you remember, to help you remember, S square, S square. Ha. S square, S squared. So that's the formula. So what's my side here? 3. What does 3 squared mean? 3 times 3. What's 3 times 3? A equals 9 meters squared. So if this one is 9 meters, what do you think this one's going to be? 9 meters. A equals 9 meters squared. So we have 2 already. We just need to find one more. 9 plus 9 is 18. So we just need the area for this one and just add it with 18. Awesome. Now, what's the formula for a parallelogram? What's the formula for parallelogram? Area of a parallelogram. Base times height. What's my base? 6. What's my height? 2.8. Alright, if I multiply them, what's 8 times 6? 48. What's 2 times 6? Plus 4? 12 plus 4? 16. Is my answer 168? No. Why not? Because I have one decimal place. That means this is 16.8. What am I going to do to find the area of the entire thing? Add them. So let's go ahead and add. What are we going to add? 16.8 plus 9 plus 9. So 16.8 plus 9 plus 9. Ahora, 8 plus 0 plus 0, 8. 6 plus 9 is 15. What's 15 plus 9? 24. 2 plus 1, 3. What's the area of the entire figure? 34.8 meters squared. And that's your answer. Awesome. And last one. Number 10. What is the value of the expression 26.95 divided by 5 and 1/2? Now, what does this represent? 5 and 1/2. Negative 5.1. 0.5. So we have 26.95 divided by negative 5.5. Now we're going to act like there's no negative, so we can just do it normally, and then at the end we're going to consider it. Ahora, can I divide? One very important question. Can I divide by a decimal? No, you cannot. So what do you need to do? Jump, make however many jumps you need until what you're dividing by is a whole number. I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, or 10 jumps. Until it's at a whole number, you're not going to stop jumping. So there's going to be just one jump. So this one's going to jump as well. So my new division is 269.5 divided by 55. How many times can 55 go into 2? What about 26? No, 0, 2, right? What about 269? How many times can 55 go into 269? Well, let's check. Maybe let's try 5. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 5 plus 2, 27. Does that fit? No, it's just barely exceeding it. So it must be 55 times 4. What's 5 times 4? 20. 5 times 4 again, plus 2, 220. So it's going to be 220. 6 minus 2, 4. 9 minus 0, 9. Ahora. And then you bring down the 5. How many times can 55 go into 495? And it's going to be exact, don't worry. Now, 55 times 10 is 550. And I can't put 10 here, right? So let's try 9. What do you think 55 times 9 is? I don't know. 5 times 9, 45. 5 times 9 plus 4, 49. It's exactly, that's pretty cool. 4.9. And we have a 0 right here. Now, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. One of them is positive. The other one was negative. This one right here was negative right here. When we have a positive and a negative, what's my answer going to be? Well, we're going to use Dorito Guy to help us with that. Aquí arriba vamos a tener más. Aquí abajo menos. There we go. Ahora, we have a positive and a negative. This one is positive. This one is negative. One positive and one negative. You're going to draw it in your paper. And you're going to place your finger on top of what you have. Right here we have, in this problem, we have one positive and one negative. So you're going to put your finger on top of a negative and a positive. What do you end up with? This is my finger, my laser finger. What do we end up with? A negative. So your answer is going to be negative 4.9. And that's the end of video 2. Thank you very much for joining and listening along to the entire video. Have a nice one.